And then, boom, the money shot. Very Frank Miller inspired. An insane image. Welcome back, my friends, to another Patreon exclusive video. Or maybe you're watching this on the regular West Coast Davengers channel, and I have released this to the general public, asking you to be a part of my Patreon. And you get to vote on flip through videos such as this. Now, what you're looking at, it's not a regular size comic. No, no, not at all. That's a regular size comic. We are looking at the Absolute Batman Work in Progress, issue number 1. Now, the reason why they call this a work in progress, it's actually kind of an ingenious way to sell this book. This is the original art to the original size that Nick Dragotta drew it, and you're getting to see the entire issue in its original art form. Sans, colors, sans, all that. I'm going to do a flip through of this. We're going to take a look at the cover, which has now become iconic about a year and a couple months after its release. We're seeing people homage this, including Jim Rugg doing it for Youngblood #1. I remember seeing the image of Absolute Batman for the first time, and I was like, damn, they're going weird with this. He is a massive human being. I think 6'10" is his approximate height, but you could see Dragotta went for it on the cover here. Just kind of showing him flexing with what we know, later on we know how this cape kind of works a little bit. You're seeing like all the marks on the symbol on the chest, which you'll see what that turns into. This book is fantastic. I am loving Absolute Batman, but we're just gonna flip through and look at issue number 1 instead of talking about the entire series. You get this great, which this was a variant cover, I think, for the second printing. Full moon zine, and you can just see like he is. He's really going for it, Dragotta, and I don't know much about him as a person. I've only read some of his work. There's part of this which I think aesthetically, maybe not aesthetically, but there's a little bit of the Batman animated series energy in here. So I'm just going to show this real quick. I'm not going to do this for every page, but as you can see, that this is really, you get to see the artwork sing on this little ad that Bruce is looking at. But there you go. That's what the original art looks like, and that's what the final page looks like here. So, okay. But this is really, like this. Oh my God, this title page. I remember when the original art for this went on sale, and I thought about buying this page. It was extremely expensive. But this double page splash, I mean, it's all done in black. I'd love to actually see what the rough, the pencils look like on this. Nick knows how to really draw a gun. I mean, that is a perfect gun. And there you go. There's that. You can see some smudging, some fingerprints and stuff on the original art. Even this, just right here, it's really cool to see. Just the marks that he makes, the hatching for the city. I mean, it looks great from the view through the camera. You can really see like there's detail in there, even though it's just lines. You get a lot of manga influence from Nick on this, but I can definitely see just on the bike. You're looking at somebody that was clearly influenced by Akira. We meet Alfred. He really does. The use of blacks in this issue, in this book, it's pretty amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You can see some of the tape here, because I guess that was a this maybe the entire bottom panel of this, or maybe it was just the tape to hold the page down. But no, this is a paste up. He must have redone this or added this. More blacks, tons of blacks here. There's that gun again. All those guns that he loves drawing, which Alfred's he's like MI6, so he's like a secret agent assassin kind of guy. What's interesting here is the way that he shows that this is surveillance footage. It looks like an unfinished panel, but no, this is just from a security camera. Love the angle on that too. And he's trying to figure out what he's looking at here in this security footage. And then like there's a digitized, I guess, image. Oh, another great, I don't know, I guess we can call that a half splash. because it is half the page. But he does the hatching here to show the shadow from the light, or just the differentiation of the light here. But you can see all the white media he uses here. The light shining down specifically right here. Another great establishing shot for Croc's gym there. Just great detail on everything here. It's like minimal, but it's not. Some great speed lines and motion lines here to show who's hitting the bag. And then I like this one especially. And then you get Bruce here. We still, you're seeing how massive of a person he is. But you get to see it even more. I mean, right here, this looks like from a manga. Like this completely could be from a manga. These three panels right here. I love the white media, or the impact is, and the spatter. Some spatter there. You see another paste up here. Another good one. Just, I mean, I kept saying I'm not going to keep doing this, but I mean, it looks great in the book, but I'd so much rather read it in this black and white format, the entire thing of the original art. The colors definitely add to it in certain points, but you just lose detail in the modern colors on that paper too. Oh, see, you can tell that him and DWJ are cut from the same cloth of reading manga, and really kind of their action sequences reflect that. But look at all of the spatter on here. He uses a ton of white media too, which is great. Here's Waylon Croc with his... Look at that. That's a perfect alligator if I ever saw one. And it's such a pleasure to see this in its original form. All the blacks used on the black mask. And, what can you say? It's just gorgeous looking. The light reflecting. He draws a mean skull bottom jaw. Is that Kit Fisto, the Jedi? All right, so right here is where you really start to see him show off with those silhouettes. I mean, this is just, your talking heads, your plot, your exposition, whatever, showing how ruthless the Black Mask Gang is. But this, and this. Oh, and the way that it's interspersed with the news talking about the gang and kind of setting up what Jim Gordon's going to be doing, the emergency meeting at City Hall. And Batman is getting ready to go out to kick some ass. So we get our Jim Gordon doing the press conference here. Got a paste up head right there. Looks like a lot on this page was redone and pasted up. It's interesting, this must be done on like vellum. Maybe that's what it was. The lettering was done on vellum. So I'm not sure exactly how the lettering was done, because it's clearly translucent. So maybe it was just digitally put on for this edition. And in walks the Black Mask Gang. I really love these two panels right here. Cool effect here with the shots hitting the podium and Jim Gordon kind of shredding up the podium. More great manga speed lines. And here we go. So we don't get a full look at Batman yet. We get his upside down face, and then boom, the money shot, and this page, and then the money shot, I should say. But look at that. Perfect. The scraping, the white media, the lines. Like, I wonder how long this took to do this specific part of the page, this panel. It really is a masterclass of storytelling here, in the way that he's doing it very cinematically. You can see him up there just in the dark. They shoot. You could look at this in any order, then you get this. And this is a $5,000 page right here, maybe even more. I can't remember what it sold for. I do remember hitting the on sale when these all went on sale and just gasping at the prices. Just a gorgeous page. So much work done on this. There's a lot of white being used. So much staining in the gutters between the pages. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Crack. This must have taken forever. You can definitely see that, like, here is the hardest part to really do. And I've heard Jim Rugg and Ed Piskor talk about how much of a pain in the ass drawing stairs was. Here we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, this is a 20 panel page. But he cut this up. Definitely. He maybe pieced this together. Because, like, this is definitely one image. That's one image. Maybe they... No, I don't think they... No, they could have digitally. I don't know how this is done. I might have to ask Nick Dragotta. I'd love to have him on the channel to talk about this. Oh, look at this. Interesting. You can see that this is probably done either with a transparency or digitally. Probably transparency. You can see this is like showing the motion of him taking the club and making the axe right here, which is what his symbol is. Cuts the dude's hand off, perfect, blacked out, silhouette and shadow. But this became, I believe this became a variant cover. Such an insane image. This is cool with the just the figures all being shook up by the explosion. And you can see all the whiteout used here too. Whiteout used here. I mean, this is so much ink was used to make this book. It's an incredible. Sorry. Now this is also absolutely beautiful. This is obviously not a happy scene, but this is where Bruce's dad is murdered. Just very simple, these blams, very Frank Miller-ish, very Frank Miller inspired. But just these simple kind of sparse panels with a lot of black. This giraffe is great. I mean, it's a giraffe, even though it doesn't have a ton of detail. Let's see. I'd like to take a look at this sequence again in the regular pages of the finished book. Yeah, because it's done in flashback, so it's got this kind of fogginess to it to show that it's a flashback. And he had to figure out a way to do that in the art, and I think this is like the best example of like less details. It's a little hazy because it's done in a flashback. And the blams, man, the blams. Frank Miller would be proud. It's a cool brain. Wonder how much photo reference he used on that. These bats. So it's so interesting because like we've seen images of bats before and they're very cartoonish. And I love that. City, I mean, the meticulousness of the lines here. Incredible. Incredible. See, I wonder if this is from that first page. Let's see. Or that, I'm sorry, not the first page, but I think this is shrunk down, and it's the same one. Why would you do it twice? There's no point. You're just making way too much work for yourself. You could see a tape from the paste up, and there's black over it. Another sparse one, but still a lot of detail in those small buildings. Another great boom. He shoots Alfred, doesn't kill him, obviously. He's right there. Shoots him with those bat symbols. But these two right here, man, so much energy. So much fucking energy in these two. Another great, tons of black here. Bats are crazy. Yeah, it's the same. And then there you go. That was the end pages, but look at this 2-page splash. Full moon, riding the bike. It's just kind of nuts. The cape flowing. Look at that, the hatching on the moon. And then the epilogue. It's interesting, they teased the Joker. And we know what's coming with that. So we get to see what's coming in the next issue. It's probably out by the time you see this. So you can see all the whiteout done here. And, the cover's just such a stunner. And after this, we get the layouts and that's the second printing foil or regular variant. I mean, Jesus, look at all the lines on the building that he had to do. And you can see that they're done. They're not done with any type of tool. These are hand lines. They are definitely not all straight. But it gives it that character. You can see all the hatching. See that? That's probably Zipatone. And so is that. That's definitely a tone. You can see it. You can see the texture on it. But he still had to either cut that or cut it with black. And then you get to see the layouts here. The roughs are still pretty detailed. Still pretty fucking detailed. Incredible, incredible work. And there's the process design variant. So this was Absolute Batman issue number 1, work in progress. There you can see the size difference. Long sold out, but if you can get your hands on a copy, otherwise get the trade. It's one of the best series. Scott Snyder has outdone himself. I mean, what he did with the New 52 and the Court of Owls with Capullo was great. This is better. So thanks for watching. Thank you, Patreon members, for subscribing. If you're not a Patreon member yet, please do consider $5 a month. We'll get you a bonus video from each channel, Direct Edition and West Coast Avengers, plus one flip-through video every month that you get to vote for with your fellow Patreoners, and a private exclusive sale through the Patreon once every 2 months. West Coast Avengers.